Ubisoft is likely the most greedy AAA gaming company, with them selling games up to $130. Wow. However, something in Ubisoft may have changed when releasing a game that is getting a mixed reaction from other gamers like myself. Hello and welcome back to the Whale Comments, where you'll find your indie news and personal opinions from your friendly fluffy orca, myself, Ashton. Today I would like to talk about a game that is getting attention, and this game may have surprised all of us because of who it was made by. I first off want to point out that there's a thunderstorm and there's also some chirping outside, so if there's any other noise that you're hearing besides me, just know it's a thunderstorm and that bird chirping. Ubisoft has now been widely known today for its liking of overpricing new games, like the new Assassin's Creed game called Assassin's Creed Shadow, with its other editions of the game going up to $130, with a monthly subscription base price of the game. And it's not just with Assassin's Creed, it's also been with other games too in the recent months. I remember when the new Avatar game that was easily forgettable was available for pre-order, and I swear to God, the pre-ordering price, the last time I looked at it, was $110. If Moneybags from Spyro ever had a loyal apprentice, it would 100% be Ubisoft. I cannot think of a more greedy gaming company than what Ubisoft has become. And as we thought Ubisoft could get any worse than what it is right now, it may have actually gotten better. This time, they actually have made the right decision because of their new game that just came out. And this game in question is called X-Defiant. It's Ubisoft's new first-person shooter game that has gotten released into this gaming world a week ago. After the announcement of this game, all of us were very curious on what the price for this game was going to be. We all assumed it was going to be very overpriced, like its recent games. However, it is not $70, it is not $110, it is not $130, and it's definitely not that stupid subscription-based price. It is actually priced at a four-letter word that I like to say, quote-unquote, free. That's right. Oh my goodness. Your ears do not deceive you, my friend. The game is free to play. Rejoice, 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 for Ubisoft has made the right decision. But even if a game is free to play, which I'm not complaining about at all, I love free to play games, it does have its fair share of criticism from the professional game reviewers, aka IGN and Google. For IGN, it's got a score of 7 out of 10 and a 71% on the Metacritic score. On top of that, the audience reviewers that shows mixed reviews and reactions to the game. This is one of the top positive comments. This guy gave it 5 stars, saying the game is absolutely amazing. It does have bugs, but however, it's on day one. I do see true potential in it. Can't wait to see what Ubisoft has to offer this one. Then there is one of the 1-star reviewer comments that has this long essay-looking comment. But to put it all short, the user is basically saying that the game has been in development for 8 years, the mechanics aren't good, and it is an exact copycat of Call of Duty. I mean, he's not wrong there. It is a copycat version of Call of Duty. And that part when the user said the game took 8 years of development did surprise me. At that time, you could make a long story-based game. But no, we got a free-to-play first-person shooter. Again, I am not complaining that it's free-to-play. I didn't know who to believe in this pool of mixed reactions from other gamers talking about X-Defiant, so I decided to try it out myself. I downloaded the game and played it myself like any other gamer who craves for new games, trying to find that next great game after Spider-Man 2 for the PS5. And my honest thoughts on this game is, if you really want to play or get experience on a first-person shooter game for free, definitely go for X-Defiant. I really do recommend this game to anyone who's starting out for first-person shooters. So I'm quickly going to go through the good stuff about the game first, before I get into the bad stuff about the game next. Because the game is obviously not perfect, but I think of it as a good game when I played it. So the good stuff about the game. First off, it's free to play. You don't have to pay for anything extra. You basically can play it like any other traditional first-person shooter and earn rewards for the items. You don't have to pay for the items. You can, but you don't have to pay for them. The graphics are at least good. I did see that the stadiums in X-Defiant needed a bit more work on them, but they can update it. I mean, it is a brand new game after all. However, the best part about the game that I thought was a good add-on is that it feels like a crossover. If Nintendo's Smash Brothers and Ubisoft had a baby, it would definitely be X-Defiant. Because immediately I noticed some previous good franchises from Ubisoft that are in this game, like Watch Dogs. Apparently the game has characters that are new, but are references for Ubisoft's other games that they've worked on in the past. I thought this addition to the game very nostalgic because I do miss playing Watch Dogs, mostly Watch Dogs 2. but I thought of that as a really nice touch to the game. The game feels like Call of Duty, but doesn't have any other cheaters so far, which is good. Plus, the controls in this game are mostly the same as Call of Duty. I did feel like I was playing a Call of Duty game because it feels like a copycat version of Call of Duty. So that's the good stuff about the game. Now, let's get into the bad stuff about the game that they just need to fix. When I was playing a few rounds, I did experience some glitches from the game. The first one is when I would get killed in-game. The character I would play as would, for some odd reason, freeze in mid-air instead of dropping to the ground like any other character. So, the character I would play as would get shot, it's dead, and it would just freeze up in mid-air. It would not drop to the ground. The second one would be the dialogue from the characters you could play as. Sometimes the dialogue would repeat itself after its second time, immediately right after it says it the first time. Another thing that comes into mind that may be good or bad, I would say this is neutral, is when a round is finished and it would play a familiar sound after they announce a player's best score. And one of these sounds was from Assassin's Creed, and it was that eagle sound. That one sound of you playing as assassin, you jump off a high-rise building, trying to land on a haystack, it would play that sound. And it made me think that the developers got either lazy on the sound effects or they did it as an Easter egg for reference. And I'm hoping they added it as an Easter egg for reference. Overall, I thought this was a very good game. It does need a little bit more passion, a little bit more work to make it better than when it came out on day one. And I think this is a redeeming part for Ubisoft, but I don't know how long it's going to last. Cross my fingers that their redemption arc actually lasts a little bit longer. Anyway, this concludes the episode of The Whale Comets. Hope you all have a nice day. See you later.